Work friends feel real until pressure hits. A deadline, a promotion, an HR interview, a budget cut. Then the vibe changes. Today I will show you why coworkers are not your friends and how to protect yourself without becoming paranoid. This is not about paranoia. It is about incentives. Most people at work are decent. The problem is the workplace changes behavior the moment something feels risky. Reason 1, work relationships are situational. You did not choose most of the people you spend 40 hours a week with. An org chart did. You bond through proximity, shared stress, and inside jokes. That closeness can feel like real friendship. Sometimes it even becomes real friendship. But most of the time it is convenience, and convenience disappears when the context changes. Watch what happens when someone quits. The group chat slows down. The invites fade, not because people are evil, because you are not in the same machine anymore. Real friendships survive distance. Work friendships often do not. Reason 2, when HR starts asking questions, self-preservation wins. In calm times, people will vent with you and act supportive. But the second HR or leadership starts collecting statements, the math changes. Will backing you put me on the radar? Will it affect my reviews? Will it mess with my paycheck? Most people choose safety. They say, I do not recall. They say, I did not see it. They keep it vague. Some will even lean toward the employer because power feels safer than truth. If you ever thought, everyone saw it, so I am fine, remember this. HR investigations are risk management. Your coworker is thinking about their job first. Reason 3, everyone is competing for the same things. Even in a friendly culture, there are limited raises, limited promotions, limited high visibility projects, and limited protection when budgets get tight. Competition changes what people do with information. If you tell a coworker you are burned out, interviewing, struggling with money, or frustrated with leadership, that information can travel. Sometimes as gossip, sometimes as I was just trying to help when it gets repeated to your manager, sometimes as ammunition during promotion season when people start polishing their image. The most dangerous phrase at work is off the record. There is no off the record at work. There is only what you said and who can use it later. Reason 4, the company benefits when your social life is tied to work. Free lunches, happy hours, retreats, we are a family. Some of it is fun. The incentive underneath is retention. When your friends, routines, and identity are mostly work, leaving the job feels like losing your whole life. That is why toxic places push bonding the hardest. It keeps people attached. Build a life outside the company. It is not just healthy, it is not just leverage, it is survival. Reason 5, when things get serious, loyalty follows the paycheck. If you file a complaint, a formal grievance, or anything that smells like legal risk, coworkers who still work there usually protect the employer. Not because they are heartless, because they have something to lose. Sometimes they stay neutral. Sometimes they forget. Sometimes they share things you told them privately. Sometimes they repeat the employer's version because it is safer. The point is simple. Do not bet your career on someone else's courage. Reason 6, after work events turn small mistakes into big problems. Alcohol and work is a messy combination. One drink turns into loose lips. A joke lands wrong. Someone gets too familiar. Then a night you thought was harmless becomes an investigation you cannot rewind. The workplace has a long memory and screenshots last forever. Now the playbook. You can be friendly. You can be kind. You can even become real friends with a few people. The strategy is to build trust slowly and protect your downside. Rule 1, keep 2 lanes, public and private. Public is what you would be comfortable hearing repeated in a meeting. Projects, neutral hobbies, weekend plans in broad strokes, basic positivity. Private is your frustrations, your finances, your health, your job search, your relationship drama, and your opinions about leaders. Private stays private. Rule 2, treat gossip like a trap. If someone gossips to you, they will gossip about you. And if you sit in that circle, you get labeled as part of it. Labels matter. Leaders notice patterns. If you want to move up, you cannot look like drama. Rule 3, do not vent to coworkers. Vent outside the company. If you need to decompress, do it with someone who is not connected to your workplace. A friend in a different industry, your partner, a therapist, or even a notebook. Do not hand a coworker a quote that can be repeated in a chat screenshot. Rule 4, keep your language boring and factual. Do not diagnose people. Do not call them names. Do not say everyone thinks. Say what happened, the impact, and what you need next. Boring language is protective language. Rule 5, document first, recruit second. If you are in a conflict, document your facts. Dates, messages, deliverables, meeting notes. If you ask a coworker to support you, you are asking them to accept risk. Most will not. Plan for that reality. Rule 6, use a trust ladder, not vibes. Level 1 is friendly coworker. Level 2 is reliable teammate. Level 3 is actual friend. People earn levels through time, discretion, consistency, and how they behave under pressure. The fastest way to get burned is promoting someone to friend because you had a good week together. Before we wrap, here are quick red flags and green flags. Red flags, they gossip about everyone, they collect secrets. They constantly ask what you think of other people, they love being in the know, and they change their personality around managers. Another big red flag is when they want you to say something on their behalf. If they need you to carry their message, they are trying to create distance between them and the consequences. Green flags, they keep confidences, they do not fish for opinions, they speak calmly under stress, they give credit publicly, and they handle conflict directly instead of through side channels. These are the people who might earn higher trust over time. And here are 3 things to never say at work, even to your favorite coworker. I am looking for another job, I cannot stand my manager, and I am not sure I can handle this role. Those sentences can be turned into narratives that hurt you. Now the part you will actually use. What to say. If someone asks, what do you think of the new boss? Say, I am still getting a read, I am focused on my lane and supporting the team. Then pivot to a work goal. If the lunch table starts trash talking someone, say, I do not know the full story, so I am staying out of it. Then change the subject. If someone pushes for personal details, say, I am keeping things low-key lately, then ask them a neutral question and move on. If you get invited to after-work drinks and you do not want to go, say, appreciate the invite. I cannot tonight, but keep me posted for the next team lunch. Friendly, clean, no explanation. If someone asks you to be a witness or to back them up in an HR meeting, say, I can share only what I personally observed. I am not comfortable taking sides. If you did not see it, say, I did not observe that directly, so I cannot speak to it. And if a manager asks, is there drama on the team? Say, nothing I would call drama. I am seeing some miscommunication on priorities. Here is what would help the workflow. Here's the 1-sentence rule to remember. Be friendly at work. Be professional at work, but do not confuse proximity with loyalty. If you do that, you will protect your reputation, your options, and your peace.